1208 pound built by Keith. This one diagram describes why the public stock market, bitcoins, commodity trading is the worst investment you could ever possibly make. Replaced right now today by not only profitshareholders.com, but 4 steps of reinvestall.com. See, the whole time throughout the course of humanity, criminals, terrorists, New World Order have controlled the laws, the minds, the money, the markets, the banking, particularly the media, to convince you that you're being slave traded, and that's a good thing for you. So evote.one is the whole solution, and you'll notice I'll actually just drop this there. When I hear anybody complaining and arguing, I will literally pull out a mini ducat. See the little ducky? I got this from Pinky the other day. She knows who she is. That they're ducking the problem, when in fact they're racist and bigots are actually run the whole world. So the websites that make it all happen are here. This is christdomain.org, which is $500 million. It used to be $50 million. To unify the churches as only peacemakers. The second one is the most fundamental. Solutionlawenforcement.com will be the greatest reduction in crime in world history based upon only evote.one, real-time direct democracy. Free bus just went by.us, have that. Shared, mutual, all this noise goes away too with joydrive.us, reverses climate change. So I got to step down on my paper so it won't fly. Here we go. And that's the whole problem. All of you have been blinded by greed and apathy in the news media to just accept the way things are. And yet, evote.one, crime-free utopia, unocracy.org, in the banking system that brings us down to interest rates of 2 to 3%, and you get 1 to 2% interest, is unocracybank.org. The whole end result is FOIA.one at the community village level, where you store your private and your public information. No secrets is a crime-free utopia. The greatest publication is not only solutionmanifesto.com for the people that don't believe in God, Mother Earth, or myself. GodsConstitution.org, combined with TeamMoneyMachine.com, is the entire answer of only village system. Everyone now learns to be a peacemaker. You attend PeaceSummit2020.com. You understand the significance of 2020, perfect vision. PeaceSummit2020.com is now Peace Summit 2026. And the USA government, particularly Governor Brian Kemp and Trump and everybody else, owes me written apologies for not having me immediately released into Federal Witness Protection Program in September 13th, 2011. Subsequently, I went to Langley Air Force Base and delivered SolutionMilitary.com to go after all the cyber criminal terrorists, starting with Robert Dee Rose. At 2008 was the year I created whereisrobertrose.com. I went all the way through his general ledger books, identified who his victims were, his clients, his customers, his staff, and showed everyone that he'd been committing the most unbelievably successful cybercrime infiltration of government databases, stock market, banking, private, corporate, basically everywhere. That's why he had me blacklisted on October the 3rd, 2011, had me kidnapped on a 2-line LinkedIn email, a video 1 minute long that was never shown in court that convicts him and puts him and his wife, Amy Whiteman Rose, into prison. He even faked his death on September the 9th, 2022. So everything is filed, but nobody will sign it except for Governor Brian Kemp, or really anybody can sign it, including you. DuncanClaim.org is 22-1-3042.62. Obviously, everything's in my head, but it's also on paper and on video. And behind me, we're actually at Oakland Cemetery, very famous cemetery, the first cemetery of any size in Atlanta, that was called Terminus. This will be the #1 center, epicenter of Oak Grove United Methodist Church. There it is. Peachtree Road United Methodist Church and the North Georgia United Methodist Church system will now protect my life from now till I die, because as soon as I die, you're going to lose evenRussian.org and every other form, ways, and means to function as self-liberated and self-sufficient. Out of debt, of course, as you sell off everything that has liabilities attached and only buy things that have positive growing assets. 5steps.life is the original way we created AI, the backbone of the internet. Our 100% focus was to automate the world so you work less hours, make more money, have unbelievable amounts of extra time and assets to actually help everyone else be only debt-free middle class. Small business owners is the entire answer in local banking. And again, that's reinvestall.com, only 4 steps. It has to be simple for the people to protect my life and demand the USA government buy and resell to all the corporations in the world my entire portfolio. It's all anti-all crime expert technology, mostly called parent patents. Starts with turnofflights.com, which is smartbreaker.us, and extends to ecologymining.org, freenuclear.org, mountainpower.space, and it's all being run now by the world's greatest billionaires who give 100% back, givingpledge.space. The rarest person who I recruited 14 years ago as part of when I was most brutally forsaken and forgotten and persecuted almost to death was sdrugs.org. He hasn't grown up yet. His name is Thomas Joseph Hegg out in Sin City, which will now be Save City. See, all the economy is melting down right now. You can simply watch the news and understand that a few people are controlling the entire news media. With our system, usnews1.org, you're going to have your own TV, radio, newspaper, magazines, everything local. And my people that already really know what's going on is Peachtree Corners Mayor Mike Mason, Norcross Mayor Craig Newton, Police Chief, well, even Police Chief Hampton out of Atlanta knows it. The Atlanta mayor knows this. Everybody knows it, particularly John Ossoff, who we visited and went to all of his rallies, and we're currently very active members, the most active member, but they still don't recognize us because of our age. ATLDSA.org is part of Bernie Sanders' group. It's grown to more than, I think it's 200,000 members now. It's the first non-political, non-tax, human rights activist group that's totally 100% independent. It's hard to get their attention because they're only interested in getting elected so they can pass more laws, more taxes, more regulations, and that's going the exact opposite. So one last time, solutionmanifesto.com replaces every known man-made law and restores all full authority and assets back to you, we, God's 8.29 billion people. Then everybody uses teammoneymachine.com to start their own company and never fail. The only value of an elder over 50 or 60 years old is to be a spender and a mentor. Oh, by the way, when I'm host mediating Peace Summit 2026.com around the world, anybody can attend, including criminals, war criminals, lawyers, judges, anyone, and we'll teach them how to only speak God's truth and only the truth. And that's why we're going to so many different churches. And basically every church we go by that we see there's a need, we stop and we give them GodsConstitution.org and all the other systems called God's Keys to the Universe. Call us up directly at 770-377-2106, Atlanta, Georgia. Alternate is 828-501-6450. And I'm also searching for a wife, which is the most funny, realistic, optimistic, not pessimistic, findkeithawife.org. I'm looking for a woman, lady, who's completely self-sufficient, preferably a multimillionaire would be better, a billionaire would be even better, who wants to travel the world redistributing the funds. So who are these women? Just go to Find Keith a Wife and you'll be amazed that I'm modeled myself not only after Jesus Christ, but monk King Solomon, who was the wealthiest person in the whole world, the richest person in the world. And that was also really when polygamy started. It was all about protecting the women so they could get married off again. It was also trade agreements and peace agreements of Article 4, solutionmanifesto.com, that truly unifies the world when you finally have full-scale confidence to protect the rights of all others and become only a peacemaker. More than adequate. 10 minutes.